Hello, YouTube land! Check your flux because it's amateur rubber time. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we discovered some things. One, Detective Goodman died in two places at the same time, and then they caught the perpetrator of Detective Goodman dying in the evidence room in the police department, which is Mike Meekins, this guy right here. He's apparently the suspect in killing Detective Goodman. All the while, we're trying to defend Lana Skye from killing Detective Goodman in the prosecutor's office lie. It's kind of weird. We did get some information from him, though, that says that there was like a videotape, and I think we have to go over there and see the videotape of the police department, I think. So I think we're gonna head over there right now and see what happens next in this investigation, because it's kind of getting twisty. Real twisty so far. So let's go. Leave a like for Phoenix Wright, leave a like for Emma Skye, and leave a like for Mike Meekins, sir! Everything's not me, sir! I think that's how I did his voice. I gotta, like, re-quote him. Police department? Was it here? I don't even know. Check it out, though. It's your boy, Blue Badge. Blue Badge is the most policey boy. Oh yeah, we gotta go here, don't we? No, we don't. Where do we go then? Underground parking lot? Nope, Angel Star's over there. How about the High Prosecution's office? Maybe something's up there. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edward's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Alright. So he's not here at the moment. So let's see. Detention Center, High Prosecution. Well, maybe Mike Meekins can tell us some more stuff. I did present this, so maybe he'll know something else. How about Goodman's autopsy report? Maybe this? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry. But I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Mike Meekins is great. Knife? Was this? No, this was the other one. How about... Dang, I have no idea. This one? Nope. No. Okay, I don't think he's gonna show us anything of yet. So talk, maybe? Nothing? Wow, this is kind of confusing. Criminals Affairs. There it is. That's good stuff. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Oh yeah, Gant. I forgot about this dude too. He was introduced the last episode. Oh, how'd I do his voice? It sort of sounded like Larry's, but older. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? God, he's the Chief of Police. Give him some respect, man. Edgeworth, what's up? Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having the top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? It was him, Von Karma. Alleging he was undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Evidence room incident. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I presume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But, you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut.
He was the one you were picking on earlier.
Huh? You saw that? Whoops.
I wonder what that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Alright, we'll try. Present. Let's try the ID. This usually works a lot. I was wondering, could you take a look at this?
Sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find the guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the busy one.
The guy who can't sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Okay. How about the blue badger? It's your boy. No? No, he's not gonna look at the blue badger. Nobody wants to look at the blue badger. How about SL9? Nope. Maybe he actually is serious about not looking at this stuff. This. Yeah, he might be. How about crime photo? How about my badge? Anything. The king of prosecutors, yes. No, okay. He's being super stubborn right now. My badge. Nope, okay, so he's not care. Alright, good talk. I'll see you later then. Back to the police department. Maybe the guard station? He is not here. Where is the Marshal man? Marshal Mathers. That's Angel Star. Prosecutor's office. That's gonna be a no. How about detention center? Nope, still here. We have to do something with, what's his face then? Mr. Gant. So we have to see what we can do with him. He's got a squeal somewhere. Autopsy report. No. Okay. This. Come on. Or know what? How about this? Instead of him, we'll talk to him, the chief, I guess. Oh, sorry I had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Alright, a half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the chief of police. Alright, I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Well, let me just check that out real quick. All the while, this majestic music is just playing in our ears. Woo! Alright, Bruce Goodman, ID 597? What is that? That's not a 9. Is that a 7? Tell me what that is. Item lost, blank, status report, blank. Alright. Alright, let's get out of here. I guess that's all we're gonna get from that, so... Back to the boy. Blue badge. Guard station. No. Police department murder. How else am I gonna get in there? I don't know. How about this? Maybe he'll know something. How about, you like? Nope, he won't know. Ooh, let's show it to Gant then. If that's the case. Here, I got something for you to see. Yeah? No. Okay. I don't know then. Let's, talk then. Yeah, permission to enter. There we go. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help.
I was wondering if we can investigate the evidence room. Don't give me that stare. Stop. Them hungry eyes is real.
Now, Righto.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all.
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man?
Huh?
Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Huh? Hey, this is the detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks.
See, I guess he's a little okay. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go to the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Oh, boy. All right, let's go. Or to the evidence room, I mean. Please? Why? Then maybe examine the dang door, I suppose. The evidence room is just beyond that door.
And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha! The card reader's turned off, see?
What is the security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, well. What's made my bambina's sky so gray?
Jake Marshall. There he is.
It's the cop. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my salute.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting.
Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres.
You're busy then?
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Oh my god. Alright then, how about this? This ought to make you talk. I've been saving it for a very special occasion.
That smell. Reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, he's from West LA. Nah, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
Yeah, Miss Star.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what this means.
Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Okay, enjoy. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything.
He's all eating the steak. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk.
Yay!
Oh my god, I love this Western music too. Hey, I just want to go on my horse and ride in the sunset. Anyway, guard station. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and keep calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
I guess.
Marshall.
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us exactly what actually happened.
There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago? The day of our case?
That's right. The evidence transferals.
Edward was talking about the transferals too.
Alright. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower on my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through.
Okay.
Ooh, 420. Wow, there's a lot of numbers. 777777. That's a lot of sevens. 873. Oh my god.
So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing.
Okay, transferal.
Sorry, but could you explain this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They are kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault in the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
And that happened to SL9 2 days ago.
Okay, so what's this stuff that I gotta prove?
Let's just show the ID card. If she says the numbers, this is the only thing I know about numbers. See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot?
The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
Oh, it's right there. It's the 4th one.
Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing.
Yeah, that's a minute earlier. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record.
Alright, ID card record. IDs of all who entered the evidence room on 2/21. Cool. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here.
Alright, okay, I think we got enough out of Mr. Marshall here, so let's go to the evidence room. Ooh! Yo, they got a target here, and what? They got a piece of car, I don't know what that stuff is, looks like a fishing rod and other things. A sandbag. Anyway, it's quiet. The investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Gumshoe!
Eek!
Whoa! What just happened?
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. Yeah, that's actually unwise. If a ghost actually was showing up on you, if you can actually hit the ghost, that would not make it a very happy ghost. Very unwise. Good advice. Anyway.
So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please, don't look like a selfish man. Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone 50 bucks? Even me?
Oh, Gumshoe, desperate for money. Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today? Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're a boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
Alright, evidence room floor plan. Scene of the stabbing of the detective at the PD. Alright, let me check those out real quick. Boink. Oh, gee, thanks. I always wanted to know about the letter L. Backwards, I think. Thanks, Gumshoe. You're really helping. Alright, boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, Bill.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, Bill.
Only you can open. Okay, Edgeworth.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Evidence lockers.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my old right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, Bill. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handle is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it,
Pizzap! You get a shot.
if that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Okay. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Okay. So let's check around then, I suppose. What is this? There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
There you go, Belle, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had it breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging around a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either.
If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, Belle.
Oh, Gumshoe can never take a break. Yo, what's this blood though? What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Okay, but there's more stuff to look at. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, Belle, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, Belle. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever was broke. You want to try to put it back together?
Heh, good luck, Belle. That's no job for amateurs.
Excuse me, you're talking to Amateur Hour? I believe I can do this.
Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Alright. I'm gonna fix stuff. Oh my god. God, I don't like this already. Oh, I can rotate it. There you go. How do you put it? Combine. That's not it. What? Oh, okay. Oh my god, what is this? I just gotta find the piece that looks like that. How about that? Combine. Yeah. Okay. Next part. Oh, they're bigger than they look. Got it. Nope. Nope. What even? Well, from what I'm gathering right now, this looks like a jar. I need a smoother edge for this baby. How can you even tell? That has to be it. You can't deny otherwise. Nah. Nah. Nope. Yeah? No? What is going on here? That has to be it. Okay. How about this? We'll just rotate and then combine. Something will pop up eventually. Are you serious? None? Nothing? Alright, so that's that piece. Boop. Switch. Boop. Switch. Boop. Switch. Boop. Swish. Nothing. This is a hearty pickle. Nope. 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 Man. This one. This one. This one. There we go. See, it'll eventually work. Okay, now we gotta fix that part. And there we go. Easy. Now... Oh, man. This one looks sketchy. No? No? Ah, here he is. Got it. Okay, next. Oh, boy. I feel like I actually got them, like, where they look. Because... there we go. So it is a jar. But... why a jar? That's just... odd. And then... this one? This one. No? Ugh. I only got 2 more pieces. There we go. Uno más. Uno más. There we go. I'm missing a piece though. What's going on here?
Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kinda understand how it got broken.
Unstable jar. Jar pieced back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. Okay. Let's investigate some more then. How about this?
Someone left the glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Alright, rubber glove. Tagged evidence from SL9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove. Okay, how about this?
Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That lock is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker.
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Alright, what about this? Gotta investigate everything.
What is this saw and paint doing here?
Since the I thought it said drawn. Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? It's your boy, Blue Badger.
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here, in the evidence room? Oh my god. So Blue Badger was created here, I suppose. Lockers.
Oh, okay. We're supposed to be looking for. What am I trying to say? We're spraying for blood, right? Spray to use. Check. Nah. Maybe I gotta present it. There you go.
Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing.
That's fine.
You bet it's fine, pal.
Okay, so he doesn't know anything. How about this? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at that time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
The second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? Alright, the list of all the people. Okay, so that's Edgeworth's number. Why would Edgeworth have to come to the evidence room? Don't know. Alright, but I wanted to see, how do I use this, luminol testing fluid? I have no idea. It says spray to use, but I can't necessarily use it. Nothing. Oop, what's this? Emma Sky is her name. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. Just what kind of world do you think we live in? So she put her name on it. I want to know how to use it. I want to know how to spray stuff. Spray stuff. Anything. Oh, that's, boy. That's not what I wanted. Nope. Alright, so maybe if we move... Maybe Mike Meekins will have an idea of what this is. Or maybe we gotta talk to Gumshoe again. Nope. Alright, so then maybe we just gotta go back to Mike Meekins and then maybe he'll see something about this. So where do I go? Criminal Affairs? And then... Detention Center. Here we go. Maybe he knows something. Boop. Nope. Okay. Always trying to pass the buck to Mr. Edgeworth. So that means we gotta go back to the evidence room with Yep Boy, Blue Beachy, guard station, and evidence room. Right. So now let's present something other stuff to him. How about... Yeah, it is. Nope. Nothing. This is weird. Rubber glove we gotta check. SL9. That's pretty much it. SL911, I don't know what that means. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, wag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? Oh my god, zag. What does that even mean? That has to mean something. Okay, examine. There's gotta be something else to examine. What about this? This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would?
Hey, Bill, security is high-tech around here.
Okay, so no lockers will open. What about this? If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Got it. Anything else? I guess we just have to test it with the spray. But how? How do you put the spray on? There's gotta be a way. Spray to use. I'm trying. I'm really trying, but it won't let me do anything. Zoom in, zoom out. Oh my god. How do you spray? That's so unfair. Nope, I just did that. Spray to use. This is so stupid. Okay, let's see if Gumshoe will know anything else. How about this?
Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was the man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, Bill. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
Huh. Okay. Maybe... talk? Ah, SL9 incident.
Now that was a bloody violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder.
A serial killing.
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill.
Rumors? About forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident scene.
So that switchblade knife? The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Huh. Okay, didn't know that. So this is a serial killing. This is like completely different than SL9. How about this? No? Cool. Evidence locker.
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents.
Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system.
After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, that's weird. Why is that strange to me? Why is it so... How? How did he die in two places? It doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, we already checked that. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. We should use her testing fluid to check it out, but it won't let me. It won't let me do it. Spray. Oh, come on. Oh god, the redness is back. Alright, we're going back into Virtual Boy mode, guys. How do you spray again? Hey. Woo! Blood. Check it out. God, this red is like killing me. But I like it though. It actually reminds me of Virtual Boy. Yeah, that must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Gumshoe, please. I'm trying to do investigative criminal stuff. Oh, there's blood right there. Obviously. What do we got? I knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What? What's the matter?
Oh, I thought that was Detective Gumshoe. What's the matter, detective?
This locker. It's mine.
It's yours?
Please, you have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective. Why are you panicky, boy? Anything else to spray? La da 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 dee dee doo dee. Good thing this is unlimited. Ooh, there is another thing. What we got? Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, Bill.
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans.
Hey, Bill, look at the time.
Was there something you need to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give him my report for the day. It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, Bill. Later.
See ya. I love Gumshoe so much. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Alright, so we're done here. See ya, Marshal Man. See you, Blue Badger. So that means we gotta go back to the High Prosecutor's office if that's the case. So here you go. He better be in here. That is not Edgeworth. But that's the bellboy. Sorry, burped. Like, little burp. Yes, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Bye. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Good old Edgeworth. Aw. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Poor Edgeworth. He's always just getting hounded. It's just not fair. I like Edgeworth, too. Inquiry Committee. So, how did the Inquiry Committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. He must be talking about DL6, or when he was on the stand. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Aw, alright, so maybe we gotta present some stuff. We should show him the paper that has his name on it. This one? Yeah, he was in there. What you doing in there, friend? Oh, right, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Oh, I thought that was Edgeworth that said that. Sometimes I get these voices like mixed up. It's not even fair. Fair and fair. Ugh, can't even speak. Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Well, why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? A screwdriver? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be the evidence that was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask you what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence. Okay. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth brought back to the office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. How about this? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edwards just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Okay, this. Nope, that's not it. How about, not the screwdriver. How about this? Oh, okay, I just went ahead. I thought he was gonna be like, right, this is not the time. Oh my god, I just skipped over a whole bunch of stuff. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. About, yep. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Okay, I guess showing that made him allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chef of... the deputy chef of police at the time. Damon Gant. He was a cook back then. That wacky old coot who was involved in the case 2 years ago too then.
He was the top officer. It was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why a deputy chief of police was on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't?
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science.
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Edgeworth,
No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Alright, fingerprints. Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Nice! I actually, back in my forensic science class that I had, back in high school, I actually did, test fingerprints. It's so cool. I did it with, some sort of, metal powder. I did my thumbprint. It was legit. I wish I still had the paper, but, man, those are memories long gone. That was such a fun thing. Forensic science is actually cool. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious fingerprint somewhere. Alright, let's go dip that fingerprint then. It's in the underground parking lot. It's your boy, Blue Badger. I'll see you later. Oh, he's gone. Okay, evidence room. I think the fingerprint was right on that one with the cloth. Our investigation turned up a suspicious fingerprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Alright. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose the finger. How about this one? This one seems obvious. Dust. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the A button. See? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With the X button. Exciting, I know. Well, this game was actually, Phoenix Wright was actually on the Nintendo DS, so I guess you would have to do this with a microphone, but since it's on Switch, you had to press the X button. Cool. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Alright, let's fingerprint. We'll just sprinkle the cocaine. Yes. Oh, the coke. Oh, this is how you fingerprint. Perfect. I'll be a forensics investigator in no time. This is how I catch all my killers. And then press X to blow. See, look at that. That's how you get the fingerprints. Aha! You did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we are at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Oh, I see something. It seems like there are other fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Right here, I see it too. Boom jams. Dust that baby. And here we go. Spread that coke, my friend. Spread that awesome powdery substance and just insert it into my nose. God, my finger is killing me with this. Press A everywhere and blow. Ta-da! Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print looks a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprint are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints will we most likely find on this evidence locker?
Oh, snap, we can... Oh, wow, everyone has a lot of different fingerprints. Oh, it's Gumshoe. Here you go. Oh, it's his evidence locker, obviously. It's Gumshoe.
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy.
Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I know where that is. It has to be, right here.
This is where we got a luminal fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this?
There go her eyes sparkling again. Check for prints.
Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area would have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. How would... Oh. So, are they talking about right here? Here we go. I guess I got a fingerprint. Let's spread the coke for the third time. I think I have an addiction. Yeah. Spread that sugary substance. Unless it's salt and I'm snorting up salt, then this is an unhealthy decision. Don't do drugs, kids. Here we go. Poof. No, not yet. Not yet. Ah, playing hard to get, are we? Playing hard to get. How about some more sugary, cokey substance for you? More sustenance. There we go. Alright, whose fingerprint is this? Not Gant, not Meekins. Oh snap, Marshall. Why Marshall? Why? Why? Hold on.
Hey, these fingerprints, Whose are they? Whose? Is this someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall?
Oh my god, why is his stuff down here? Found a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in this crime.
Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh.
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white blood stain.
But why would Officer Marshall?
It looks like our investigation's finally turned up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
So now we have Marshall's fingerprints to be continued. Oh my god, are you serious? Why? Why is his fingerprints on there? I guess we'll continue on for a little bit longer.
I just want to see what court's going to be like. Trial former. All right. A little bit of court, and then we'll consider an episode. No bigs. No biggie. I know how to time myself. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. I guess I think the other part was Lana. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they would seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. Capital punishment is death, right? Or something punishment. I think capital punishment means execution. I think that's what that means. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much as the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have on my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Okay. So I guess in this court session, we're going to be accusing Jake Marshall. Why?
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is...
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared at the trunk of Mr. Edwards' car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder of the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edwards apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait?
Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness for the day of the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
I guess he's talking about Mr. Meekins. Oh boy, things are getting wild from the get-go. Yes, Meekins. Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, deputy murderer, sir.
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir.
Actually, what we like to hear from you is...
Sir, I'm what you call a part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir.
give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I'm part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. I love Miss Mike so much. Mr. Meekins. Crime report, sir. What's the report?
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man at the security screen and rushed to the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fell for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do what to others before they do what to you. That's the Meekins family model, sir.
I see. Then you fainted and the colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more info to work with. Alright, I guess we'll try to do this one cross-examination, and then we'll see what happens next. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man in the security screen and rushed to the room. Hold it. In order to enter the evidence room, you needed an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here on my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Which one are you?
There it is! I found it! This is the one right here.
Could you please read the number?
Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir.
I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice. Why? Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time when I was relocated the blue badge to the evidence room, and the second time was when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir. That's when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Alright, so now we know who entered twice. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. Oh, that. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir. A knife.
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then?
Well, when he charged in like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's what I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
I fought for my life, and I did it. What happened? What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife?
I spun around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
See, he must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew...
Yes?
He punched me right in my face, sir!
After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Hold it. About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now. This is what he was telling us yesterday. Well, we need to try and skim some more details from him. For starters, what was an officer from the General Affairs Department doing in there in the first place? Right, let's press him for all he's worth. Okay. So, what's going on here? Mr. Meekins, you work the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes, now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief detective, sir.
It's your boy, Blue Badger.
I was doing sure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That was my sole mission for today, sir.
It's your boy, Blue Badger.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around. Until I relocated the Blue Badger in the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins.
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Kent delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief delivered it?
What is that? Videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage of the security camera in the evidence room.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really pretty good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Alright, let's look at this video. Oh my god. Hey! It's your boy, Blue Bitch. He is all up in the shot. Get out, man. Ah, Goodman, what's up? Oh, we can't even see his face. Oh, that sucks. It's your boy, Blue Bitch. Oh, God. Yo, creep status. La 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 la. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Oh. So he did attack him first. It didn't look like he was really trying to ask for an ID card, though. Oh, man. All the while, Blue Badger's just still dancing. Oh, God, Meekins, no. La da da dee da 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 da. That's your boy, Blue Badger. Cool. So, that's the video.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that's the pride and joy of the entire criminal defense department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going to smoothly? Alright, security video. Video from the security camera placed in the evidence room.
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
Alright, we'll do this last testimony. Mystery Man.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there is no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. No, it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has given a locker equipped with fingerprint-activated locks. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by a detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have had been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
And we're gonna end it off here, guys. Right here. So we're gonna save and then consider it done. So, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Also, comment and subscribe to get new feed of videos and become a member of the Cuckoo Crew today. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter so you can recommend the video games you want me to play or chat, your preference. Also, if you subscribe, be sure to tap that bell to get notifications on videos so you'll never miss one from me ever again. But that's going to be it from Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. In the next episode, we'll cross-examine Officer Meekins once more, and we'll see what happens with this videotape, because that was actually pretty disturbing at points. Not really with the Blue Badger, but just Goodman and Meekins and his creep status creeping up all over the place. So, I will see you then. Amateur out.